What it do, YouTube? It's your boy Talk to Reacts, and I'm back at again with y'all another video. So today we are watching ego escalate conflict from verbal to shooting irons. All right, the original video will be in the description. I will be pausing.
When someone is shooting at you, distance is your very best friend. Hi everyone, this is John with today's active self-protection lesson out of Charlotte, North Carolina. If you go watch the Raw on this...
See, by all the title, it said verbal shooting. So that means they got mad over some little shit that involves them. Like, they got mad from talking word to word to pull out a strap in front of a fucking gas tank. That's how mad people get. See, I got anger issues like that, but I would never do something like that because I care about myself. You know what I mean? I don't think about myself before I think about pulling the trigger. It's just common sense. But no, it's just like, bro, it's like anybody out there who can get mad to say, fuck it, I just want to shoot this nigga because he made me mad. That's why I'm like, you got it. Like, 21, man, May 14th, 21 coming soon. That's all I got to say.
From Charlotte PD, you know that they're still looking for both these guys, and since neither of them talked to the cops, I'm not sure there's a good guy in this one. However, we are going to learn some important lessons regardless about transitional spaces, about using your verbal skills to de-escalate conflict, and about using distance effectively to keep you from being shot. As this one begins, we see these two guys here that are at the gas station. And I don't know if any of them are good guys. If you go read the description in the Raw from Charlotte PD, they're looking for both these guys. But they're kind of looking at each other. They had some kind of altercation a little bit earlier, and now they're going to have that altercation a little bit more. And the guy on the right is actually going to draw a gun and start shooting at the guy on the left, who's going to, have the FIBSA factor bigger than I've ever seen and get the heck out of the way. Now, the guy that was on the right is going to kind of look at him and get back in his car kind of nonchalantly after taking multiple shots at a guy and kind of take his time. And if you
whoa, like, bro, what? Let's go back and watch this real quick. Like, you can just peep the energy, like, as soon as he, like,
regardless about transitional spaces, about using your verbal skills to de-escalate.
Dude's talking about he was already got an altercation. You still gonna want to come? That's ego, like I said, the title, ego.
Conflict, and about using distance effectively to keep you from being shot. As this one begins, we see these two guys here that are at the gas station. And I don't know if any of them are good guys. If you go read the description in the Raw from Charlotte PD, they're looking for both these guys. But they're kind of looking at each other. They had some kind of altercation a little bit earlier, and now they're going to have that altercation a little bit more.
No, fuck. Hold up.
When defending ourselves, when someone is shooting at you, distance, raw.
All that. Fuck
this is how this one, what capabilities are. This is a great reason not to get into a guy's hands towards his car, and he's going to pull his own gun and take a couple shots at him, which is why I say cops, but he's just going to kind of hang out there and kind of take his time. And if you look, ever seen, and get the heck out of the way. Now they're going to have that altercation a little bit more, and the guy on the right is actually going to draw a gun and start shooting at the guy on the left, who's going to, have the FIBSA factor bigger than I've ever seen and get the heck out of the way. Now, the guy that was on the right is going to kind of look at him and get back in his car kind of nonchalantly after taking multiple shots at a guy and kind of take his time. And if you look to the left here, our guy who was run off is going to kind of sort of come back and not run the heck away and call the cops, but he's just going to kind of hang out there while the guy gets out. Now, when he does that, first dude in the blue shoes here is going to get back towards his car, and he's going to pull his own gun and take a couple shots at him, which is why I say I don't think there are any good guys here. But this is how this one's going to end. So now we can go back and we can learn some lessons even from maybe what might be a bad example. First of all, I just think that don't get into kind of arguments with people, because social violence can erupt into asocial violence really, really fast. So these guys, I don't think we're looking to get into a gunfight, or at least the guy in the blue hat wasn't looking to get into a gunfight. But now notice as he comes over and he makes this gesture at him and he's like, what do you want? What's your problem? Without paying attention to that guy's hands. Well, what the problem was is that guy wanted to shoot him. So, don't get into ego battles with people, because you don't.
Exactly. You don't know. You don't know. Like, he worried about what he gonna do. He don't see it plain sight. He got a gun in his right hand. I'm like, come on, bro. That's why I was trying to look it through the whole time. I'm like, bro, I'm skipping my fucking messing up my video. Trying not to. You see, I ain't faking a reaction, bro. I ain't faking. I'm trying to actually dissect the fucking video.
Don't know what their capabilities are. This is a great reason not to get into a shouting match or an ego fight, what we call the monkey game with people, because a guy pulls a gun on him. Now, if you look at how close they
You know, he know what he said. You know what he said. You don't say monkey when you take, like, come on, bro. A monkey battle, and then you watch this video. He got something in those comments. I know he did. I ain't got it. We gonna watch him after. We gonna see it.
They are probably not more than maybe 15 feet apart, maybe even less than that, 10. And the guy's got one hand on the gun, and you ask, well, geez, at that kind of distance, can you miss? Well, it absolutely looks to me like this guy missed because the police are still looking for these guys, and I don't think either one of them was shot in this instance. So the shot goes off, and you see the guy kind of duck. He pulls like, you know, a dodge move there, Toro, and that's what we call the FIBSA factor. Fudge, I'm being shot at. When you shoot at somebody, that'll get them moving, and that's exactly what we see happen here, and that's a universal thing. When someone's shooting at you, you're going to do the best you can not to get shot. Now he gets some distance, and the second shot at the guy is at a little bit more distance, maybe 20 feet, give or take. But most people, quite honestly, at a moving target can't hit anything at 20, 21 feet. Now, again, if you go read the news story, one day when the police responded to this, they found that a school bus had a window shot out, and thankfully none of the kids or the bus driver were hurt. But, man, that's dangerous stuff right there. Now he gets back in the car, and again, what would a good person do in this instance? A good person would call the cops. A good person would be like, yo, man, let's get the heck out of here. And instead, he kind of hangs out, and I don't recommend that. And of course, you know, picking up his own gun to shoot at the guy is a terrible idea, and I don't recommend that at all. But we do learn some things here about not escalating violence. We do learn some things here about the FIBSA factor, and we do learn some things here about making sure that you're the good, innocent person so that you get to help as soon as you can to cover your ass.
I didn't even know the school bus back there until you brought it up. But yeah, like, it just, that's all it literally comes down to. It just motherfuckers just want to be ego and shit. Like, it's so stupid. Like, it's, I don't get it. I don't know why. But, like, it's just stupid. If it's not in here about the first thing, I'll tell you, there aren't good guys at all. See, the costliness with homeboy was going to take her life. Don't ever get into ego battles with ghetto fools, even if they seem like they some frosting ass fakes. They constantly trying to prove themselves. They willing to take life. Yeah. That comment right there, I ain't gonna lie, that is true. They even got motherfuckers who trying to be hood. Like, I got niggas who out live here trying to be hood, and they will probably shoot you. You know, you step on because that's just them being scared. But at the same time, it is what it is. I'm trying to see if I can find the fucking comment, but I guess, you know, these are all white subscribers. Because, you know, I don't subscribe to that. Because that ain't the first time I heard this comment, him saying that little monkey shit. Like, he always goes straight to it, but it's whatever. It's your boy Toxic React, and I'm out of here, bitch.